What's up? What's up? Slow it down. Slow it down. Going too much. What's good? What's good? Your back foot isn't pivoting. All right, thank you. I do the rat dance. I don't know what that is. There it goes. Okay, bet. Yeah, okay, I'm turning it now. Bet. That's not it. Slow it down. Tighten this. Back a little bit. Don't cross my feet. I'm orthodox, by the way. Right now I'm doing southpaw to focus on my stance. When you do it in your non-dominant stance, you're able to pick apart the things that you're doing wrong a lot easier. And then also, I want to be more comfortable, like smoother with my rhythm in southpaw, so I always practice doing both. Because if you could see me right now in my rhythm, it's like a little choppy, like slightly, if you're paying attention. Just takes a little being comfortable with being uncomfortable. And then on this side, I'm a lot more, like, look how just smooth I am with my movements, obviously, because I do this shit on this all the time. Man, that's too old. That's about prehistoric for me. I was born in '99, fam. Doing good though. I take that step, I think my cross, I take too big of a step during my jab. And then when I have to recover, I'll take it's too big of a gap. So smaller steps. How about you sit and watch for a few seconds, you know what I'm doing. Or stand in front of me while I'm doing it, you'll find out. See, I paused at the top just now too. Any tips? What exactly in the name of what you do? Yo, reread that. But anyways, what I do is in my bio. Y'all niggas can read, man. Y'all don't have to sit here and play stupid. You see what I'm doing. I mean, I'm feeding y'all attention because you're here, because why not? If we're gonna be here, talk together, right? But y'all has gotta be pretty smart. Back foot crossed. I don't want to keep it here. You just turn, roll out. Slow it down, slow it down. Is my enemy good? My enemy's myself right now, so it's as good as I am. Sometimes better, sometimes worse. I'll be looking at myself. So one thing to note is when I am like this is more showing, this is why people want to kind of go to the body. There we go. A little bit better. Okay, so now I gotta kind of try to imitate what I just did there. It's just I'm like so much smoother. I need that rhythm on this side. I need it. The stance looks good. I'm talking about like the actual movement. It's so staggered. It's just an uncomfortability. That's all I'm sorry about. Obviously, jump roping and shit like that helps too. But this really like works on your creativity. You got some advice? What's up? Boxing. Right now, I'm not practicing so much as like the mechanics of the punches. I should be, because mechanics is like my least strong suit. I really need mechanics down. But I'm just practicing rhythm and flow. And positioning. My natural style as a fighter is a counter puncher, so like it really helps with precision and just timing. It looks good, thank you. If I got any mistakes or anything, please let me know. I'll just, correct it as I'm going. I just noticed something. Sometimes when I go backwards, instead of just pushing off my back foot, I'll rock. I'll push off my front foot and push off my back foot. Not a good thing. It's a slow movement. It's like a false step. It kind of reminds me, because I used to play football, it reminds me of when you're in your position, like when you're in your running back position, and instead of going first, you're going like this, instead of just going straight. So that's kind of what I'm picking up. Also, like I said, I'm orthodox. I'm doing everything in southpaw to make myself, pick up on those little mistakes and start cleaning them up. It's easy to identify when you're doing it on something that you're doing like completely wrong compared to when you're doing it like halfway right. Like I just found out the turning of my shoulder back just now, like probably like 20 minutes ago, just by realizing that this in my southpaw was being shown too much. I was like this. So this is all too much surface area to give my opponent. So turn my front shoulder, my lead shoulder, to point more directly towards my opponent. It doesn't gotta be directly, but just more or less so that this is not showing as much. Instead of like this. And I'm just getting in my stance and slowing down my movement, trying to get a feel for my rhythm in southpaw, understand my rhythm so that I know when the right time is to throw my punch and how to control my rhythm and the transfer of my weight back and forth. I'm self-taught, so I might have a lot of habits that need to be cleaned up. And that's really why I'm on here, so that people like y'all, if y'all got any experience, you can go ahead and tell me. Turn the shoulder, give the toe. Go ahead and slightly if I want. Just turn. Only time I do punch is right now for the purpose of the drill. Whenever I feel my weight transfer from here to here, during that transition, I'm throwing. I'm either throwing or I'm getting into a defensive position. Because that's when I'm closest to my opponent, and you know that's when I'm most vulnerable because my weight is being transferred. They can catch me in the middle. That's usually how I think. You catch them in the transfer middle, moving their weight. Two flared out, bring hands down to your chin. Okay. Somebody did tell me that because I was, too caught up here, it's you can see better when it's down here, and you're supposed to be coming down to the blocks anyway. I learned that from Tommy and Keller. So like, if you keep it here, at least closer to your face, it minimizes the time that you have to, come down, bring your hands up because they're not down here. And you can also you can see. So thank you for that. My elbows are too flared out, you said. Shoulder, bring it down. Okay, bring my arm down more to protect my body as I do this. Here, here. Your elbows still too far out. Think if someone throws a straight at my chest, it shouldn't be able to get to your chest because your arm's blocking. Okay, so put my arms more tugged and in front of me. Gotcha. Yeah, so I can catch it. I get what you mean. I get what you mean. It's gonna take a little practice. So keep telling me I'm gonna keep adjusting. So more like this. I'll turn to the side so you can see my side view. It's still out. I see what you mean. When I change perspective, I can see it a little bit better. Like that. That. It feels better. I mean, it makes my defense feels tighter when I move in different positions. We're gonna go to my orthodox stance. That was my southpaw. Yeah, I'm just way more comfortable. It's obvious, obviously. But like, I'm trying to just match this comfortability on that side. It's really having the weight on your non-dominant leg. It just doesn't feel as sturdy. Like this shit, I could fucking put all my weight on this leg, and I feel like I still have stability. I do gotta work on my leg strength, and that's probably what it is. Here. Down to the punches. Bring this down to down in the front. Shit, it's hot. We're just taking this off. That's what we're doing. Ah ha ha ha. Hey, bring your friends too, Bailey. Point your rear toes more forward so you can have more freedom to roll slip. Put my rear toes more forward. Okay, I'm gonna try it. You let me know how it looks. Point my rear foot more toward, like, so it's already kind of rotated, so I have to do less rotation for the punch. I'm gonna see how it feels, I'm gonna see what it looks like, you tell me what adjustments I need to make. Wow, that feels better. Tell me what I need to do if I look any like awkward, because I do feel like my weight is way too much distributed on this side. That's what it feels like. Since I'm trying to compensate for my foot not really being on an angle. All right, this looks better. Yeah, I feel it. I literally feel it because it takes less time for me to have to, it's less rotation and everything. Now it's a comfortability thing. I feel what you're saying. I literally feel it. It's just a quicker movement. It's more control over it. Keep my arms tucked in front of me. I keep starting to widen out as I move. That's discipline. Just open my hand. Sometimes I bring my arm up to parry rather than just opening my hand. It takes me out of position. Now when you drop to low range to work the body, it'll be easier. Yeah, I feel it. Thank you for that fucking tip. Pause, because that shit sounded crazy, but thank you for that advice. Shit, that's where it feels weird now. You know what? Widen my foot. And then turn. Gotta work on it. Gotta work on it. Arms, tuck them shits in. Whoo, that feels so much better. That angle on the foot, it just feels better. I'm gonna get better with it. It feels better though, I feel it. No dispute about that. I definitely feel it. Keep it close and pointed out as you are. Yeah, so kind of like angle it on the same axle. I get what you mean. I'm gonna slow down my movement so I can, practice it with form rather than trying to go real speed. Slow it all down. That's how you really start seeing shit. So like right here, just turn my shoulder more. Tuck this in front of me, and I don't have to have my hands in front of my face all the time. It can give different looks, but that way I can see. This feels better than what I was doing just 2 seconds ago. It's gonna take some time. It's gonna take some time, but we learning. That's all we're here, man. It's a learning process. It's way harder to disguise my rhythm on this side. That's really what I need it for, to be able to disguise my rhythm. Otherwise, I'll just be too easy to fucking time. You know what? This does give me more stability though. It's like my weight isn't dropped on that foot. With the turn, it forces me. It just makes sense. It reminds me of how receivers, when they stand and they receiver stance, they turn their front foot. This way, they could like push off of it better. Like, it's just weird. It's just weird. I see what I feel. It's just new information. You know what I mean? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And it's crazy because that tip is everything I need right now, because I understand rhythm. I understand transferring energy and reading it off my opponent. So I understand when's the perfect time to throw a punch. I understand just giving different looks and being unpredictable. I understand that it's the mechanics that I need. Like, that's really what I need the most. I do have like a boxer's mindset. I have a lot of awareness in the ring. I know what I'm looking for and what to look for. Because I'm a counter puncher, I'm kind of looking to land the perfect shots, and I'm defensive first. It's just the mechanics. So the more I brush that shit up, naturally I'm just gonna get better. Because I can literally beat experienced fighters, like people who actually have fighting experience even in the gym, simply because of my awareness and my IQ and ring generalship. But I don't have the form to back up none of that shit. So it's like, when I want to land the shot that I know it's the shot to land, it might not always land flush or perfectly because it's not coming with the right, it's not coming in a straight line, or it's not coming, you know what I mean? You'll see it in my videos. It's in my videos. I don't have a favorite combo, but one of my favorite setups is after, like, you know, confusing them with level changes from body and top and feints and stuff like that. It's the double jab, cross, roll out, and then depending on what they give you, you could easily shift angles and follow up. Like, it's just so dangerous because they're gonna, if they're smart and you do a double cross, you're anticipating them to change position or slip or pull back and whatever, something like that. But if you have an escape plan, you get out of that and you change angles. Once you change angles, the first person to change angles is the one who dictates the rhythm. Because once I change angles, I'm already in my position. Now you have to reposition, transferring your weight towards me to get out of there. Some people, they lean a lot on their front foot and go here. So if I'm gonna do this, I know that if you pivot, I can set up an uppercut because you're gonna be leaning over because I've made you move, type shit. That is clean though. Double jab, fake cross, right? You go double jab, fake the cross, leave it there. And did you say you pivot to the body? Is that what you do? Step off, hook to the liver. So is it a step off this way, or are you stepping off this way? Because this kind of moves your point. I mean, it moves away. I guess you're probably moving this way. Boom. Double jab, fake cross. Boom, that's fucking clean. Oh, that's clean. Nah, who are you? We gotta spar. That's clean. I like that combo, bro. You might see me pull it off. What's your name?
Yeah, I pull it off, I'm tagging you.
I can do it in southpaw. I mean, 1, 2, fake the cross. Come here. Boom. 1, 2, fake the cross. Come here. Boom. Oh my God. Because I mean, you break their rhythm. One, you really block their vision with the slip. Because, I mean, the jab, because you're forcing them to kind of move and not be able to see what's going on. Then you disrupt their rhythm with the slip to make them freeze into a defensive movement. Oh my God. Beautiful. Beautiful combo right there. I'm on to practice that. It's a nice way to close the distance too. I look a little stiff up here. It's because I'm trying to emphasize not fucking having the chicken wing arms, just keeping them tucked in and in front of me. I'm gonna get it. Turn that back foot. Just keep moving in my square. Throw a jab in there once I start getting my rhythm down. Feet is off the ground too. I gotta get my back foot off the ground. Yeah, so like kind of like that. They're like parallel to each other, my legs, my feet. Yeah, or you could throw the body hook and the hook because the body hook is gonna open up the hook. The body hook can be just to break their guard. So people, I realize this. People just don't think. People are like, most of the people you see who are fighting, there's no creativity behind it. It's all drill work. And they both have their purposes. But when you see creativity behind it, you're thinking more than just what the drill is teaching you, and you're able to improvise a lot better in combo. So like what you just said, but instead of like deciding not to throw a certain punch, you throw a certain type of punch to force them to make a certain move. See, that's what I'm saying though. They're not actually thinking. So, I mean, they are, right? But it's a level of thinking. So, like most people, for instance, say I'm somebody who has long reach, and I just use my jab. What they're thinking is, I gotta get beyond the jab and land something. There's no thought process behind it. All they know is I gotta get past his jab. That's it. They respect a certain weapon from him. Now, even that, the respect part, some people don't realize what's being respected by them, by their opponent and stuff like that. It's just awareness. But the person that's, has the long reach, the person who's trying to close that distance, there's no thought process, there's no reading of their habits, there's no actually understanding what punches can be thrown after seeing defensive looks. There's no setups at all. It's just get past the jab. That's all. And I see that in their reaction, the way they react to things. They're not actually forcing their opponent to make certain movements or or downloading what their opponent is doing so that they can set up with a counter or nothing like that. They're just like, okay, there's a jab coming, I'm gonna bum rush in. There's no fucking plan. And 99, I don't want to say 99% of fighters, but that's the difference that makes a great fighter and a person who just has skills. Because you can teach skills to anybody. The IQ part, it really, some people just never clicks. Like people like what I'm doing, when I'm fighting a person, I'm literally watching, my first things that I'm watching is the first thing I can watch, your stance, right? So in your stance, I'm watching your rhythm. Some people, they are able to control their rhythm better, so it's not as noticeable. A lot of people, they're like this. That's the most easiest, spotted rhythm that you can catch. If somebody's just doing this, you can time the person from going here to here. You could just time that. And then the feet work as well. You see how the tempo of the feet are. These are things that I usually watch when I'm sparring or fighting somebody. So their feet, if it's in sync with their shoulders, and then also how fast, like normal pace, not just like when they're throwing a combo, but when they're in flow, they're just, this is their rhythm. Some people like this. Some people, they're like this. So everybody has their own different rhythm, but I think Sugar Ray Leonard said it the best. Like once you understand, boxing is all about rhythm. Once you understand and pick apart a person's rhythm, you can beat them to the punch, you can make them do what you want to do, you control everything, the outcome of the fight. So a lot of the times, you'll see people, they'll get in their rhythm and it's hard for them to escape that because that's their natural self. It's not to escape it, it's to be able to change speeds of your rhythm at will. And for that, you gotta have control of your rhythm. So that's why I do a lot of my drills slow and stuff like that, so I can get a feel for my rhythm, when the punches can be thrown and stuff like that. Rather than just, because if you watch videos, I watch this all the time. Every single time, it happens at the highest level. Every single time a person, not every single time, but most of the time when somebody get caught with a punch, it's because they're coming in. And most people don't pick this up. It just happens. It's happened to me before. When I first started, I didn't know I was doing it until I started picking it up. But your little boxing rhythm, you'll get caught coming in like this, not even knowing. And there's nothing you can truly do about it because you're in the middle of transferring your weight. You have no control of when you're transferring your weight, it's just happening. So like when you do it, you get caught coming into a punch and not being able to actually react to it. And if somebody has control over their range, for me, I play the foot game, you know what I mean? I like to play the foot game to find my range, keep myself in range and out range at the same time. So we'll play the foot game, I'll find my range, and now that I'm so close to you that a possibility of a punch might actually land, feints are way more usable. They're way more like deadly in this like range. So I'll use a feint to disrupt your rhythm. After figuring out that you like to do this, I'll make you stop when I want you to stop. So you'll stop because I threw a feint, something that you didn't expect, because you now respect my timing. And I'll set something up based on that by just reading 3 of your defensive habits in sequence. So I might not even use most of the time I'm not gonna use a punch to do it. This is why I need to work on fundamentals, like the mechanics. Because IQ-wise, I'm there, I understand it. It's just being able to throw the right punches, but we here for it. But, so if I'm in front of you and I'm seeing that you're doing this, that, and the third, whatever, I'll time when you're coming in. Because you know personally, you don't think of it, but you know that you're vulnerable. So you're going to give me something defensive. I get something defensive, right? Boom. I didn't actually throw a punch. I just threw a flinch because I understood my range and I wanted to generate a reaction out of you without showing too much of what I'm doing. So boom, I made you flinch. You gave me a slip, right? Or catch and a slip at the same time. Okay, cool. That's not enough for me to actually go ahead and close the distance because I don't know what you're really gonna do. I don't know what you have planned or nothing. I just saw that you were gonna try to block. Okay, cool. I try to generate another response. Okay, secondly, you're gonna try to catch this way. I learned 2 things just now. You're expecting to stand right in front of me. You haven't changed angles yet.
I haven't seen you go left or right. You're still a target that's directly in front of me, right? And you stayed in range. 3 things. You haven't changed levels either. This is what I'm gonna find out after the 3rd one. Boom, you give me something else. Whether you dip, you roll, or you pull back. 9 times out of 10 when you're fighting somebody, they don't use angles. They're not creative. They're not stepping around. They need their coach to tell them that. So you're gonna have that person right in front of you 9 times out of 10, right? So they may have done all this extra shit, slip and block, whatever. They're dead in front of you. They gave me 3 different readings to now read off of. I know you're gonna try to catch. I know you're gonna try to slip, and I know you're gonna try to duck. You ducked 1 time. So the probability of me landing an uppercut is gonna be lower than me actually landing a straight shot because you showed me your pattern already. I've seen that you like to stay in front of me. You know what I mean? You like to stay in front of me. So all I have to do is know what punch to throw to close that distance, right? Stay defensively sharp, make sure I'm actually slipping in between or doing something like that in between to break my rhythm, because you don't want that person to understand how you flow, like the rhythm of your punches, all of that. So if I throw a 1-2 and or if I throw a feint, you can't predict the timing of my punch because it hasn't connected. I fight people a lot of the times and they'll just do this. They'll just do this, connect with my jab. They don't know that I'm listening to every single time that punch hits my glove. And I'm remembering that tempo. So now your punches, I know when you're gonna throw a punch. A lot of people, they never change up the tempo of their punches or the strength of their punches. So at the beginning level. So when you're seeing people in there and they throw their punch, guarantee you just sit there and wait for the next punch. Count 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi. Boom, they're gonna throw a punch. I guarantee you the next punch is gonna come in that same time interval. So like, now you know exactly when to slip a punch. You know their rhythm, so you know how they're gonna rock and sway, so you know when to throw your punch back. You know their defensive habits, so now when they do something like this, you know what punch to throw in that. So all you need to do is set up 3-4 punch combo and land at least 2 of them. Not all the punches are, you know what I mean, there to land. It's there to generate something out of you so that I can get my clean shot in. So if I'm throwing this in, I'm not looking to land the body shot, right? I might throw it, but it's doing it to make you curl up and go down or flinch down so I can have a window to come up top or whatever the setup is. So yeah, a lot of people, like I'm saying, a lot of people aren't analyzing the fight this way. What they're looking at is there's a threat in front of me and I just gotta try to get inside of it somehow. They look at what they're respecting too much and they respect it too much.
What up, Liam? What's the word, man? Yeah, just talking some concepts, some IQ in boxing, doing my little drills. I got a sparring session today at the Friendly Fade Factory again. It should be lit. Man, I'm doing great. I'm just chilling, working on my craft and stuff like that. Working on my form, working on my rhythm. Really, today's biggest thing is just understanding my southpaw rhythm, because I'm an orthodox fighter. I fight right side, I'm a right-handed orthodox puncher. So that's where I'm just most comfortable. And I understand that I have two different rhythms. One rhythm is my orthodox rhythm, which is just me understanding my rhythm better. And the other one is my southpaw rhythm, which is, it's trying to implement that. It's trying to imitate that, but it's just not as comfortable. So I have more staggered movements. It's not as smooth and stuff like that. So I'm just getting in my southpaw, working on the things that are wrong, and working on my rhythm and my flow. I got some cool help in here too, just about form and stuff like that. So I appreciate that. And anybody else who got, some advice, go ahead and shoot it my way.
Just learn something.
I mean, yeah, I always practice it. So that's why, like, in my stance, I don't look completely awkward. It's just when I start moving and throwing punches, one, I don't even know how to really throw punches in the first place. I mean, I know how, but I don't know how to do it correctly, like the mechanical way. So especially in orthodox, in southpaw, I definitely don't know how to throw those punches the right way. And then my weight distribution, as far as moving, like taking steps, like moving in, I'll rock too much, so I gotta control that movement a little bit more. So like if you can tell, I'm gonna do it slow, because you can see it when I'm going backwards. So from here, right here is perfect. I don't really have any false step in my movement. But when I go backwards, sometimes I'll go here and then go back. Sometimes when I rock forward, when I come forward, I'll come in and I'll lean in and then step in. That's not good for me. So simply because that part can be timed and I don't have control over this. I have to like lean back and I can really get caught with something. So I want to be able to have control over each step and each movement. See, I did it just now. Gotta slow down. You probably don't see it, but I feel it. I definitely feel it. It might be ever so slightly, but I feel it. So the goal is to have control over my rhythm, not have a rhythm. You know what I mean? Man, I'm in LA, but yeah, definitely subscribe, and I'm gonna subscribe back, man. Hopefully, I can catch some of your sparring videos and stuff like that. So, get some good learning. Yeah, I'm still doing the same thing, man. Proper repetition is the mother of skill. I'll do this shit all day if I have to, just so I can get it right. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah, man, I'll do this shit 1,000 times. I'll do this shit all day if I have to, man. Try my shoulder a little better. Yup, that's a little better. That's a little better. That's another thing I didn't think of. So like when I'm moving my feet, and closing the distance or just making my movements, I do sometimes get caught in staying in the same tempo in my feet. So I should definitely switch the speeds a little bit sometimes. What is this thing for? This is for rhythm, understanding my rhythm, mastering my stance in my southpaw position. Kind of hopping, bouncing. Okay, like spring off my back foot. I got you. Yeah, this is for rhythm. This is for flow. And if you know boxing, this is like next level shit right here. Like it's just as far as understanding self. All right, so like, that's why people be gliding the way that they do. Okay. Yeah, because I be seeing people, I'm like, these people walking around like they gliding on the ground. It's because they're springing rather than just stepping into it. So like, let me know if I'm doing it right. So I can really only do it going forward and backwards, at least with the socks on. Okay, got you.
Got you. Once I get more comfortable with it, it'll be less telegraphed and a lot smoother. But I get exactly what you mean though. Yeah, like you mean like this, like a side step. I see Tank do that shit all the time. When he steps, like a side step in, you can create another angle doing that. So like you can like literally step in. I did too many steps there, but stepping on an angle. I was watching Tommy and Keller do it. He was showing how you could like step off to an angle and
Reposition. Yeah, so okay, I can do it stepping to my left. I just did it. I didn't.
You know what? I gotta think better. Hold on. Yeah, with the socks is why I'm slipping, but yeah, I can do it. You're right. You're right.
I'm about to have to stop telling people I'm a self-coach. I'm self-training. Y'all over here coaching the shit out of me. Might not want to kick it in socks. You're right, but right now the purpose is for me doing it slow, so the socks isn't really supposed to like hurt that much. If I'm slipping and falling, it's because I'm moving too fast. I want to actually feel the flow of my rhythm.
I know jump roping is good for shit like that, but so is shadow boxing. The shadow boxing helps you become more creative. You have to actually think. I'm a musical artist, so like I like being creative. This part right here, it just fits home to me. You know what I mean?
What do you say? Okay.
All right, turn my shoulder. I'm showing too much of this. Turn my shoulder. Tuck in arms in front of me, right here. I don't always have to have them to my face. All right, now what you said was to also do it. So really, I'm pushing off this foot, and I don't gotta leave the ground too much either. I just gotta slide over. Slow it down a little bit more. Yeah, it's shit like that. Like when you're moving fast in your rhythm and you're doing this, you can't do this. Like what I just did. What I came back down, transferred my weight here, came halfway and sat right back down. Like you can't do shit like that when you're moving so fast. You have no control over your movement. Cross my feet. I'm over here thinking too much.
Thinking too much. Hold on. Spring backwards to counter somebody coming in.
I see that with Bevo, or just like the Soviet style of boxing. When I first started doing my drills, I would like imagine a line in front of me, and I would hop back and forth like this. So I know you can hop here, hop back with a cross. Just, working that little pendulum step. But if, I don't like the Soviet shit because I don't got, it's a lot of energy. But I see what you're saying. Boom! I'll do it slower though. Too much.
What do you say? Do the jab, cross, lead hook, leg kick combo. What?
What do you say?
I can't do a leg kick, but this is a boxing, okay. The jab, cross, lead hook, leg kick.
Jab, cross, lead hook, I don't know how to throw a leg kick, but I'm gonna try. I think it's like a sweep leg kick. Yeah, I don't know how to throw a leg kick. But we're going back to boxing. I did that for you, my boy. Yeah, the leg kick. The reason why I said what is because the leg kick. I just don't know how to throw it. Like I can throw this. I can throw that. Leg kicks, I just don't understand. I even can throw obliques. Or you could do the John Jones oblique from the front foot. That I don't know how to do either. Kicking from this foot, I'm still learning. I can roundhouse. I ain't gonna do it though, I'm doing boxing. One day y'all gotta teach me how to do a leg kick, man, because my leg kick could definitely use some work. I can't even kick a soccer ball. It's a damn shame. What do you say? Spinning back kick, spinning hook kick, and the last one was a variation of a leg kick. Yeah, I don't know how to do the, oh, it was? Shit. Yes, I do know how to throw. Yeah, I know how to throw an oblique kick. That's it. That's the only leg kick I know how to throw. My spar is in a few hours, probably like 3 hours, so I got some time. Primarily boxing. We love all fighting though, definitely. But for the session right now, I am focused on boxing. I don't want to deter from my focus. But if you go on my page, I definitely practice leg kicks, spinning tornado kicks, fucking roundhouse kicks, everything. My ideal way of going all about everything is just I want to learn as many fighting styles as possible. And for me, it's like learning languages. Like somebody comes up to you and be like, "Yo, I know 14 different languages." I'd be like, "Yo, that's fucking dope." Like, so I just felt boxing is what gravitated to me first. That's what I was naturally just more attracted to, and I felt like it would have been the easiest way to start. But honestly, I'd probably try to learn karate after this, simply because karate is stances and I just know how important stances are in general. Later it's gonna be so the way we're going to the Friendly Fave, I'm going to the Friendly Fave Factory. So the type of sparring that it is based on the person I'm looking for. I'm looking to do more like an IQ, like touch sparring. I'm not looking to knock people out because there's no fucking money in this. There's no fucking doctor or medical examiner or referee. So I'm not looking to sit here and have fun until it's not fun. I want to actually just work on getting better and smarter and more form. Shout out to Ben Andrews, man. Keep going, keep going. You're only 14 years old and you've already dedicated your life 4 years, almost a quarter of your life of mastering yourself. That's amazing, bro. Shout out to you. If I could throw a bunch of hearts in there, I definitely would, bro. Shout out to you. If you started off with boxing, then the next sport I'd recommend is MMA or kickboxing. I wouldn't be opposed to that. I wouldn't be opposed to that at all. Muay Thai, that way you can shorten boxing range with elbows. They all have their purposes. I don't think one is more important than the other. They all have their purposes. Depends on what situation that you are trying to prepare for. But y'all all are making sense. You know what I mean? It definitely all makes sense. I would possibly, if it wasn't gonna be karate next, it would probably be kickboxing because it still entails boxing, so I kind of learning that would be quicker. MMA is just fucking everything, so it's like, I mean, that's the goal, but
That's more of like an end goal type thing.
Back to it.
Oh yeah, niggas can't fuck with Dylan. 1, 2, 3, 4. You got 4 different techniques down already? Yeah, man. Which one would you say is your strongest technique out of all of them? Your strongest fighter style? Turn my foot. Arms in front. Turn my shoulder. Widen my back foot a little bit. I'm gonna be implementing every last one of these things in my sparring later today. Yeah, that's why I want to spar somebody who's actually like looking to spar and not fucking with their 15 seconds of fame. It's not that I feel like in danger, because if y'all watch any of my videos, all those people was really trying to knock me out. But because I understood timing and they didn't, they still really didn't do anything to me. But the purpose is to do it slow so that y'all could both be in there thinking and he can challenge your thoughts, and now that makes you better rather than just going off instinct. I mean, that's a good way to fight too. It's just, they both have their purposes. Yeah, judo's one of those things where it's like wrestling. Like, I can't box you. I can't give you any limb, because then it's a wrap. It's like, it's over. I gotta shoot your ass. Beat you with a stick. Even then, I fucking throw the stick at you, grab the stick, pull it, and pull me towards it. And I'm just like, come on, I ain't fucking with you, bro. Judo, you know what? Judo might be one of my next ones. Because it's like, if I keep you at bay with my boxing, right? Boom. You close the distance, and I can grab and do something, like wrap you up. And when I talk about wrestling, I know there's different styles of wrestling. The wrestling that I'm talking about is actually like submissions. Being able to submit somebody. I know there's Greco-Roman wrestling, and there's a difference between the two, and one of them involves like slams and shit like that. Judo's how you learn the hip toss, right? You learn the hip toss in judo. Or is that jujitsu? I think that's jujitsu. I don't know. Y'all know better than me. Here. Turn that foot. There's a drill that I'm practicing that I just started implementing a few days ago, maybe a week ago. Anytime I feel my weight being distributed to my front, from here to here in my rhythm, throw a jab or be in a defensive stance. So I hate when you're alone and want to spar at home, but realize nobody will or can. So I do drills, shadow boxing, improve my ground fighting and footwork habits. Yeah, for me, the longest, I didn't start sparring until a few months ago. I've been self-training for almost 2 years now. So it took me a while to actually start like sparring. A lot of people aren't as passionate about it. It's hard to find that. That's why, going to gyms is recommended and stuff like that, but you gotta have money for that. Some gyms, they charge an arm and a leg, and here in California, they charge an arm and a leg, bro. So, and another thing is that not all coaches, sometimes you just want it for the equipment. You're not looking, and you want it for the basic training, but you don't want to, maybe you don't like the style of your coach or whatever, and you don't want to fight in their image of fighting. You want to pick up some of their things and stuff like that, but you want to have your own style, your own identity in this shit, and then you'll be able to pick up from, you know, smart. Some people, like I said, some coaches, they're good at the jab. They understand the jab very well. Some coaches, they understand mechanics very well. Some coaches, they understand throwing power shots and rhythm of their shots very well. Not all coaches are going to be IQ coaches or going to be fucking footwork coaches. They're just better at certain things than others. You just got to pick, you know what I mean, and learn from what you can from that person, and then, you know, it's time to spread your wings. Okay, so Ben over here, you get some good sparring. That's what's up. Do you fight people older than you, younger than you, your age? Like, where do you actually fit? Where you at right now? See, if I just turn my body like that, that's what it is. Yeah, now I'm not a square. In Louisiana. Shit, since you're like 14, you probably don't understand what I'm saying as I'm saying it, but you do have an understanding of what I'm saying. Like, you've been doing it for 4 years, 5 years, you'll have the upper edge if you understand this concept of their rhythm and flow. In gyms, coaches actually teach you to build rhythm. So knowing that, you know that every boxer has a specific preset rhythm that they're like that's just instilled to them. If you just master their rhythm, you just take a second to watch them. Some people hide it well. The way that they hide it is that they'll break their rhythm by throwing defensive movements and they slow down. Like a Terrence Crawford. Terrence Crawford, he has the most unfazed rhythm you could possibly watch in fucking boxing. That's what made me like attracted to him as a fighter. When I watched Terrence Crawford leading up to the Spence fight, before the whole Spence fight, I'm sitting here like, yo, this guy's gonna destroy Spence. Like, you can see his composure, the way that he actually his breathing is normal. Nothing is dictated by something else. He dictates everything that he's doing. So even if there's a defensive movement, his rhythm, he doesn't break his rhythm to get into a defensive movement or to go offensively. It's all in rhythm. It's amazing. And then he understands, he just downloads information so fast. He understands your rhythm and how to, you know, time the right shot. Terrence Crawford's not the fastest puncher in the world. He just understands this. That's why I kind of like, you know, fight like him uninstinctively, because he's my favorite fighter. Right. So, but for instance, it's more than just that. So, like, it's not just their movements, it's your movements too. So, like, if you just watch boxing matches, slow down, watch like Canelo, watch the greats. It happens to them too, because they fuck up this part too. It's crazy. Not everybody's as aware in the ring. Like, you might understand it now, but when you get into the ring and you starting to see it, you can't unsee the shit. So, like, it slows down the game so much. I'm in front of you. Right now, I'm not really doing my rhythm. I'm just here. I'm in my rhythm, but I'm like kind of disguising it now with blocks. And if I slow it down, it's even harder to see. And it's harder to track, because I decide when I'm transferring my weight or not. Now, when your opponent is transferring their weight, and you have this understanding of your own rhythm, you know when to throw not only when to throw your shots, but when to catch them off guard off their rhythm. And of course, this implements by understanding their habits defensively, reading them, setting up feints, and then making them do those moves. It's not just, okay, I know that they're gonna do this, I know they're gonna do that. What did you do to make them do that, right? So boom. For me, I don't really commit to punches to try to make them fake. If I'm gonna commit to a punch, it's to literally make you guard up so I can land something, or
it's for a reason. I'm not just throwing it to gauge my range or nothing like that. I'll play the foot game, you know what I mean? If I'm throwing a punch, I'm trying to hit you. Yes. See, the reason why I understand this is because naturally I am a counter puncher. So this is what I'm looking for when I'm trying to set up my counters. Yeah, exactly. It's positioning and timing. Yeah, angling comes after once you actually found the timing. You aim to get there at the right timing, the angle. But positioning is me being here, right? If you watch it in like I said, any video, just slow down the video and watch their rock. Just watch their rock, their shoulders and their legs. That's where you're gonna notice it the most. Just watch it. Watch it, and then watch when they throw a punch and when the opponent gets hit. Watch where their body is. You're gonna see they're both like leaning in. It's just amazing, bro. It's amazing. They're both leaning in, and in that, it takes you less effort to land your punch, and it takes less effort to land something hard because they're coming into the punch now rather than you actually trying to punch through them or try to close the distance. They made it easy for you. So of course, this is after you've understood your range. You're in range to be able to throw a punch, right? And they're right here. They're right there. They're just doing this. Everybody does it. It's like some people do it at different pace. Some people rock further, like, you know, they lean a little way too much in or sit back here too long. Everybody has their own little thing in their rhythm that's, you know, a little different. Some people are bouncy. Some people are flat-footed. You know what I mean? And then when you're experienced enough, you've saw and caught so many rhythms, right? So that when you fight somebody else, you kind of like seen this before. The timing, you've seen this before. Because they fight, their timing is similar to somebody else. It's crazy. What if they're leaning back with a straight posture and their hands are out? So every time you lean in to hit their head, they hit you because you reach their to reach their head, you have to get within arm's range. You get hit because of their reach. Okay, I fight taller boxers all the time. This is where your feints matter. This is where misdirections matter, because it's just knowing this concept isn't enough. You still have to outsmart your opponent, right? So like, boom. My opponent has a really good reach. I kind of explained this earlier. I'm glad you asked this question again. My opponent has a good reach. So like, you have to try to disrupt their reach, and you both understand timing, right? So naturally, if y'all both throw a punch at the same time at that lean in, or you lean back and he throws a punch, he's gonna land you because he has the reach advantage, right? But this is where your feints, he has to respect something about you. It's gotta be your decision making, your poise, your accuracy, your power, your speed. Something, you gotta get them, your reach, your fast feet. Something about you has to be respected by your opponent. All right? So now, when you throw bluffs, they'll actually catch the bait rather than be like, I can, you know what I mean? I can best you at that. So you gotta make them respect something about you. Find out what they are respecting about you and use that to your advantage. So for me, on a tall fighter, your body's wide the fuck open. And a lot of the times, they move their head, but they don't move their feet. You know what I mean? So for them, boom, you went to the body, they're kind of worried about, you know, losing points to the body or getting caught crazy clean to the body. Or they're looking to counter you when you go down to the body. So this is, you just anticipate that and you set something up. So now, a lot of the times, misdirected punches work the most. So like, you and your opponent may both know that you're going down. But to go down with the parry, right? To go down with the parry, because they're probably trying to punch you back down, and shoot up after going to the body a few times, you feint to the body and shoot up, it's gonna land 100% of the time. So now, if you've done it on the thought process of the rhythm rocking back, the right timing, every single time, because they didn't think that far ahead. A lot of people, they're thinking, like I said, how to get in, how to land, how to get out. But if you're thinking how to beat your opponent to a specific punch, you gotta think not only how to get in, but how to make him do one of those things I saw him do before. Because if you're a smart fighter, you're not gonna be trying to do the same things over and over and over again. You're gonna be trying to switch it up. But some fighters, a lot of fighters, most fighters, they have their habits. They slip to the left more times than they slip to the right. They pull back more times than they let, you know what I mean? They stay right in front of you. So you gotta pick up one of those things and make him do one of those things. And then now that he done it, you anticipate it, you escape, and you angle out. You reposition. The reposition is everything. It's like this. If you're playing chess, all my chess players, if you understand chess, and you take somebody's piece, you now advance to the next position, right? You're not just gonna leave that piece there forever unless it's playing a defensive role. You're going to advance that piece. So not only, once you catch your piece, boom, you gotta advance. You gotta make a reposition, because that forces your opponent to make a specific move. You always wanna, it's like dancing. You always wanna take the lead of the dance. How do you pressure a sparring partner bigger than you? Okay, I'm not a pressure fighter, but if you are a pressure fighter, you would have to bob and weave and the Mike Tyson type of thing, but of course use feints and stuff like that. But for me, this is what I like to say: whatever your game is, play your game. Don't get rushed into the other person's game, because all that does is make you fight at their tempo, at their rhythm. And that's a rhythm that you don't fight in. That's not yours. You know what I mean? So you're gonna be bested at that 9 times out of 10, 10 times out of 10. So when you're fighting a bigger fighter, you want them to come to you, because their fight is out there. So as long as you're chasing them down, you're doing exactly what they want, because a bigger fighter, naturally, if they're smart, they fight better off the back foot. Bigger meaning like lengthier. A bigger fighter, you know what I mean? If you're fighting a bigger fighter, those type of people, you just gotta be accurate. You gotta outthink them, because those are dangerous type of people. It's just they can absorb a lot. But they're big targets. So if they're bigger, just be accurate with the punches. You're just gonna wipe the floor with them. But if they're a taller, lengthier type of person, you don't want to fight them from back here. You don't want to fight them and chase them. You want them to come to you. So this is where what I do is I understand my range. When I'm fighting a taller fighter, I understand my range. Sometimes, if I have a lot of time in the fight, like multiple rounds, it's easier. But if it's just one fight, you have the jab is one way to establish your range. But like you said, if you're not using your jab, there's a foot battle that's constantly happening throughout the fight. And nobody really, a lot of people aren't understanding this, foot placement. So when me and you are in front of each other, or just in general, get in front of something and see and reach your arm out. However far that thing is gonna be your reach. That's your reach. When you're right here, so for me, it's about a foot. Most people, it's about a foot. So when you're about a foot in, you should generally be able to land a punch and slip a punch without being hit, depending on the reach. The reach can be, vary. But what I do is this. You see how my rear foot stays exactly where it is, but I'm inching in slowly with my front foot? And as they back up, I'm scooting up. If they're not backing up, I'm here. If they try to throw a punch, bounce out, move up, move around. You bounce out, move around or something. But you use that front foot, and what you want to do is, if you can, if they're not paying attention, get your foot around them, to the outside of them, so that when you throw something like a 1-2, you can actually follow through on the punch because you stepped around them, not into them. So just inch that foot, stay defensive, inch that foot, reach that arm out, but don't let them know that you're trying to close the distance. Try to distract them, throw that jab, like keep that arm out, give them different defensive looks, stalk them, like try to distract them. I'm in orthodox. Southpaw is right here. I was in southpaw all day. Southpaw is right here. I didn't turn my torso just now. I was too square on that punch. Then just roll out. Yeah, so I just inch up like that with my front leg to figure out my range. And then I also gauge how much their information they're obtaining. So if they don't peep it, I know that they're not actually aware of certain things. So you're usually going to be a couple steps ahead of that type of person because they're not picking up on certain tendencies to be able to set you up on certain things. You can get away with a lot more. I just inch my leg up. You can frame. I don't recommend framing often because, like I said, you can time or just remember the amount of times that somebody's hand has hit you, or like that's something that is giving too much information to your opponent. But if you're inching like this and they look down, that's that much time that they've looked away from you. They're probably not gonna look down. They're gonna try to notice it without looking down. You know what I mean? If their peripherals ain't good enough, then they ain't gonna see it. But if they do look down and see that you're trying to inch, there's an uppercut waiting for them. You know what I mean? A lot of people aren't picking up on these things. So you're gonna notice it and be able to plan your attack a lot better before they can, because they're relying on pure athletic ability and natural born gifts that they have, like speed or length or strength. They're not thinking of how to use it. Not everybody. A lot, the ones that are is what makes them great. But like you can, even on this is like pro level of thinking. Amateur level of thinking is being able to see the tendencies, but not being able to make your opponent do what you want to do. That type of person is a standout amateur who ends up later becoming a pro and a prospect and shit like that. Just this mindset is just levels beyond just boxing. It's habits, reading patterns, and everything. Like when I listen to a beat for music, I'm not just listening to the lyrics. I'm not just listening to the drums. I'm listening to every sound and listening to how that rhythm correlates and complements different sounds and stuff like that. It's that type of awareness. When I hear a certain background in a song, I be like, what the fuck? Like that shit hit different. And it just makes everything more complete. I don't know why. I love doing this shit. Somebody gonna fuck me up doing that, yo. Somebody's gonna fuck me up. I'm gonna feel the worst body shot ever. this. Turn. Pull back. So it's a slip, parry, pull back, straight, roll. That is to defend the triple jab. Right now I'm practicing things to defend the double jab and the triple jab, and those are my 2 drills that I do. I have another drill that defends the hook. It's like a 1, 2, 3. And it goes. How did it go? I think it was slip. So jab, 1, 2. I can't remember. I can't remember the drill. I know what I want to do, but I can't remember the drill. But a 1, 2, 3 is just a. I could do that. I could go here, here, here. I could go here. Ah, that's what it was. Okay. So it was an inside slip, rolling under the cross. Now, the reason why I like rolling under the cross and not slipping is because if somebody's fast enough, they can time me and I can run right into it. Same thing with going down, but it's harder to punch downward. So, but roll, shift, because there's no hook that's coming here. If there is a hook coming here, right? So say it's a 1, 2, right? And they're throwing that hook. It's a 1, 2, 3, or a 1, 2, 3. You gotta get under it. But I'm coming under and coming around like this. So I'm slipping, rolling, and coming under like this. So if there's a hook coming, only time he can catch me if he planned for a body hook. And then I'll practically be running right into the shit. But taking that ankle right here, switching my stance, going to 1, 2. So it's a slip, roll, shift. And honestly, it might be better for me to cross hook. Yeah, it might be better for me to cross hook. So slip, roll, here, cross, hook. And then, roll up out of it, reposition. Let's focus on my stance, man. We did all this shit for my stance, and I'm over here breaking character already. So it's a slip, roll. Right here, I switch stance. I'm in orthodox from right here. I slipped, I switched. Right here, I end up in southpaw because I'm not turning like this. All I'm doing is stepping and landing and just landing solid, like landed square in my position. So now I'm automatically switch stance and literally ready to throw a punch from here. Literally ready. So they're gonna throw a jab, you slip to the outside. They're gonna throw a cross, you slip that, they're following up with a hook, you're not even coming back up. You're just moving. And right as you plant here, as soon as your foot hits the ground here, you're gonna rotate that cross, follow up with that hook, maybe roll out of it, find your escape route out of it. It's gonna be block or slip block. It's like a slip and a catch. So right here, pull back, cross, don't lean over, cross, roll. And that's one way to defend the triple jab right there. The first one I just did was a way to defend the 1, 2, 3. This right here is the triple jab. So if somebody throws a jab, I'm gonna slip and block. Somebody throws another jab in between it, I'm gonna parry. Somebody throws a third jab, I'm gonna pull back, fire, and roll from anything that's coming after that. Another way to defend a triple jab, same first step. Here, you're gonna do the slip and block, slip in the jab, you're gonna do a parry under it, parry in the jab again, and then you're gonna pivot out. Moving out the way from that opponent. You're gonna follow up here. Or if you don't wanna commit to changing that full angle, you could go slip in the jab, parrying the second jab, moving out the way of the other jab, and shifting back. So it'll look like this. But when you come back here, from this, make sure you turn over your hand to catch a hook, so when you turn back this way, you don't run right back into a hook or another punch. So, it's a slip, it's a parry, a pivot. You're pivoting like this, and when you pivot back that way, back to your original position, turn your hand over so you don't come back into a hook. I'll be uploading my spars later today too once I come back from my little session. Got a session later today, so. Man, it's almost about that time, man. I should probably eat something. Eat like a banana or some shit. Something light. Or maybe jump rope. Maybe I should jump rope. Oh wow, actually. I gotta charge my phone, y'all. If y'all want a video for tonight, I gotta make sure I have my phone charged. Make sure y'all subscribe to me on Instagram, BoxingGod432. I'll put it in the chat. Put it in there real quick. There we go. I put it in the chat. I am not a southpaw. I'm an orthodox fighter, but
I practice in both southpaw and orthodox because I believe being a switch hitter is very important. Just being able to opportune on all angles. You want to be able to know where you can move around the board, and the more tricks you got in your bag, the more steps you can take, the better you're gonna be. So I am an orthodox fighter, but I could fight southpaw too. I can't like I said, with my southpaw, my rhythm is just not the same. Not the same. It's probably better than some, but it's still, I can tell for a fact that my rhythm is just like more staggered. It's just because I'm just trying to control it, but I don't have control of the speed because I'm not a lefty. I'm not always in left. Yes, sir. What up, Hyatt? What up, Ash? How do you say your first name, brother? Arish? Yeah, I remember you, bro. You gave me hella support, hella help. About to get some more training in right now. I have a sparring session later today, so I want to implement some of the things I've been drilling in my sparring session. It's not like a hard sparring session. It's just gonna be a sparring session for skill. Like I'm gonna pick my fight to make sure the person I'm sparring against is looking to work on IQ and not fucking power shots. Because for me, like, that doesn't help me on my form. It does help me on my decision making. I have to think more critically. But what I need help in is about my form. Yeah, my jump rope. I was about to get to some jump roping, man. I ain't even gonna lie, but jump roping been good. Man. That shit is endurance like a motherfucker. I should, and I'm going to, but I haven't even had to run because of my jump rope. Like, I've just been able to just get away with jump roping. It's fun. Sure, why not? Why not? Let me grab my jump rope real quick.
Right. Absolutely. Because like I was telling people before,
I'm gonna try not to overwork myself, but it's good to get the blood pumping.
That was it. When I went to Houston,
Get your
I
body
found out that they didn't even need the latest
working.
fashion. That's how I learned the independent game. Selling CDs and shit like that. Houston, I gotta give it to them. They taught the world how to do that shit. You know what I'm saying? So, knowing that, once I seen that, was like, yo, we don't really need these dudes at all. I mean, I could go to South
Let's
Africa.
get it. All good, all good. I see my man Auburn, he got this little slip rope here. Or made this little slip rope so we can start using that as a nice little, I'm gonna move this little pole out the way so y'all can actually see me. Man, I do not live in NYC. If that shit says I'm in NYC, it's capping. I'm from New York. I'm from Long Island, New York. But I ain't been in New York in 5 years. I live out in Los Angeles now. So you gotta come out to LA, man. Yeah, LA's amazing. New York's amazing too. But LA is like paradise. New York, you gotta be a rich motherfucker to really enjoy it. Get the blood going a little bit, man. I'm glad you told me to come out here and do this. Because I was gonna duck it, low key. Slow it down, slow it down. Yeah, man, come to LA, train with me. I live in an apartment type of home, so both. I would say both. It's a shared living with people I know. See, there's no swing in my arms though. It varies out in LA, man. LA is expensive depending on where you're trying to go. And if it's not expensive, there's a reason why. LA is expensive, but there's a lot of money out here. I would say average rent out here, if you're looking for a studio apartment, around $1,200 to $1,500. 1 bedroom, around $1,700 to 2 bands. 2 bedroom, around $2,200 to like $2,500. You might find some steals, you know, but I'm just saying averages. But it's pretty expensive out here in LA. But it's a growing city, so it's like a lot of opportunity out here for money, and that's coming from a New Yorker. Well, I ain't from the city, but it's expensive out there in India, for real. What type of currency y'all got? The dinar, right? The dinar? What do I eat for protein? Fish, chicken, eggs. What else? That's about it. Fish, chicken, eggs. And I'm a fat ass. I eat a lot of ground beef. I gotta run away from that, but my favorite food is hamburgers. It's like my guilty pleasure. It's hard. I really can't get away from it. Nigga, I could go to fucking Red Lobster and get a hamburger. Like, that's just how I am. But mostly it's gonna be fish and chicken. I've been eating a lot of chicken because it's cost effective. So my diet right now these days has been fucking chicken in any way or form. See that? Because my rhythm all fucked up. Come on, slow it down. Everything gets better when you slow it down, man. Yo, what up, what up? Welcome. Yeah, I eat chicken. I usually don't fry it. I either bake it, or if I do fry it, it's like not with oil. It's with water. It's like pan fried. My guilty pleasure though is the damn ground beef, man. That's what's killing me. The red meat. Thank you, thank you. I do not box pro, and shout out to you for trying to perfect yourself, man. Thank you. The kickboxing is fucking lit. I wish everybody appreciated that shit more. Yeah, I'm a self-taught boxer for about 2 years.